Hey guys, it's Lord of the Pogs. Today I want to talk to you about a septum piercing, if you're thinking about getting one. Mine cost me $40, and it was my least painful piercing. I have 3 other piercings, 2 in my ears and 1 in my nostril, and those ones hurt about as much as you would expect a piercing to hurt. I expected my septum to hurt a lot more, but the pain level was more on the level of plucking an eyebrow hair. The biggest thing to consider is what to do if you need to take it out. Maybe you're going to a job interview, or a social event, or you're hanging out with your parents. I can take my earrings out. If I need to, I can take my gauges out too. It's just a screw, so it's easy to take out and put back in. I take it out at night when I go to take a shower, and I usually leave them out for a few hours before putting them back in when I go to bed. But what do you do with the septum piercing? You can't hide it. I know from experience that the face is generally very, very good at healing itself. I once took my nose ring out and forgot to put it back in, and by the time I got to it, my piercing had closed up. And I re-pierced it myself, but you don't want to have to do that every time. The answer is replace it with a horseshoe. I use a closed ring loop because I prefer the style, and I like the way it looks better, but that's not the only reason. The other reason I use a ring is because I have never been able to get this little ball on the other side of the horseshoe. Some people can do it, and I applaud those people. You got mad skills. I'm not one of them. But I do wear my horseshoe when I need to hide my piercing. Put the horseshoe in and rotate it all the way around, so the ball bearing that's on the other side is on the inside of my nostril. Then I rotate it in, and I can feel it up there. It's a pinch, but it doesn't hurt. I'm just very aware that I've got something in my nose, and it's almost like I don't feel like I need to sneeze, but it's like I almost feel a sneeze coming on. If I'm going to a social event where a septum piercing might not be acceptable, or if I were to have a job interview, I know I have the option to put in my horseshoe and hide my piercing without actually taking the piercing out. Taking the horseshoe back out and putting the ring back in is just as easy. If you're thinking about getting a septum piercing, depending on where you go, the price could range from $40, which is what I paid, to $100 or sometimes more. So be prepared for that. And the pain level is not as much as most people think. It's probably less than what you would expect. And if you're concerned about needing to hide it, don't be. A septum piercing is probably the easiest piercing to hide. I'm currently not wearing my earrings. You can see that I have them gauged, but it's less than noticeable without the earrings in. When I take my septum ring out and replace it with a horseshoe, you can't see the piercing at all. So if you're thinking about getting a septum piercing, those are some good things to know. And if you want to do it, go for it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a tip. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell in the corner to get notifications on more videos like this one.